Well, thanks for staying with us. And you know, we've got a brand new club sport that it started this past year at Atascocita High School. And it's not an easy task for students to initiate a new club, let alone a club sport at a high school. Pretty rigorous process of applying and being certain that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. And so right off the bat, the guys that we're going to share with you in just a moment are to be commended for pulling it off and enjoying already now their first season as the brand new lacrosse team for Atascocita High School. Lacrosse is not new to our district. Kingwood High School has had a lacrosse club sport team for many years, but how great that it's growing, and now we've got Atascocita in the mix, so I assume a little rivalry going on. Let me introduce and really thank you all for being with us, but Coach Justin Sommers, who is coaching the lacrosse team at Atascocita High School. I want to mention too that Justin is a Kingwood High School graduate, which I just love that. I just think that is so cool. And Justin, thanks for bringing with you two of your lacrosse players, Nick O'Neill. Nick, welcome and thanks. And Jakob Doxey. Jakob, it's good to see you.
Good to see you. So
Coach, let me start with you. Start us with kind of sharing with us how the sport really got started at AHS.
At AHS, actually, I used to coach at Kingwood, coach some of the youth program. That's where I met Jakob. He was playing at Kingwood, and he said, you know what, I'm tired of playing for Kingwood. I go to Atascocita.
All right.
So he put the team together on his own, got 40 kids out there. Started with 3 or 4 kids. Next week it was 10. Next week it was 20.
Wow.
Got up to about 40-something plus players now. It was all up to this guy.
Way to go, Jakob. Good job. I see a future coach sitting there. I don't know about you.
I hope so in a few years.
Well, it sounds to me like you've got a plan made and you know how to get the kids organized. So you're halfway there.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you like lacrosse so much?
I don't know. I just saw it on TV one day. It was on ESPNU, some college game. And I just told my dad, I was in about 3rd grade at the time, that I wanted to play that sport. And he's like, I don't know anything about lacrosse. There's not that around here. So we looked around and we found Kingwood, and you could start in 4th grade. So I waited a year and then started playing at Kingwood.
So you must be really good.
I'm all right.
A modest man.
There you
That's
go.
right.
There you go. But you're going to
right.
be a great coach, and you got to come back and coach for us.
I hope so.
Okay,
right.
Terrific. So Nick, how'd you get interested?
Well, I started about the same time as him in 4th grade, and I mean, we grew up sort of together, going to elementary school together and middle school, and we were pretty good friends. But he started playing, and I saw it, and it was like, oh, that looks like a blast. So I started with him and just stayed with it some. I mean, I played for 5 years for Kingwood, then I stopped and came back to play for high school for 1 year this year.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Well, Justin, I don't know anything about lacrosse, so can you explain the game a little bit to us?
Yeah, it's a combination of sports. It was actually invented by Native Americans. It was called the Little Brother of War as a way to settle disputes and for communities to come together. Basketball was actually invented by a lacrosse coach. So it's in the harsh winters in Canada, James Naismith invented basketball to keep his team in shape, bring them inside. So it's got the pick and rolls, drawn dumps, zone defenses that you see in basketball. It's got the speed and agility of soccer, stick skills of hockey, speed of football. It's a combination of a bunch of sports, but it's actually the oldest sport in North America.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I had no idea. No, I didn't know that. That's a good history lesson. Thank you very much. Well, okay, so you pass a ball between this contraption here, right? Because I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
don't laugh at me. Do you know what that's called?
No, but you're funny.
Okay. So all the players have one of these.
Yes, there's 10 guys on the field. There's a goalie who's got a big wide stick to stop. There's 3 defenders that have 6-foot poles, and then the midfielders and attackmen carry the 3-foot stick. And you catch and throw.
Okay.
Sometimes the ball gets dropped. You got to scoop it up and keeping the ball moving. Trying to score on a 6-foot by 6-foot goal.
So I do see the soccer.
It's a little bit of everything. It's one of those
like
sports.
Polo and
like Jakob was saying, he saw it on TV, and I was a lot of the same way. What is that? I want to do it.
So, boys, do y'all want to play in college?
I do. It's really hard for especially kids from down south like this to get like scholarships, but there's Club Lacrosse that's kind of growing around Texas and getting bigger every year.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to go to one of those schools and play.
That'd be cool. How about you?
Basically the exact same. I mean, I most likely won't be able to get a scholarship, but I could play for club, and that'd be fun.
And it could lead to a scholarship. You just never know.
True.
So tell me real quick, how was the first season?
We had our ups and downs. I mean, it was rough coming straight from Kingwood, a really competitive team where we expect to compete in every game, to a team that didn't have great stick skills. But it was amazing how quick we picked it up. Some of these kids, like, they'd come for 1 month and then they'd just get it and they'd click. And what was the school? It was Sienna Plantation. We played them like back-to-back days, one day just a regular game, the next day in like a little round-robin tournament. And you could see the improvement. We lost by like 11 the first day and then by like 3 the second day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one of the advantages of coaching a new program. You've got kids invested, you know, they're like sponges. They really want to learn. And from our first game of the season to the last game of the season, it looked like a completely different team.
Wow.
And that's not just myself saying that and the parents, it was other coaches. Wow, you know, you guys look really good. You can tell you're a first-year team or a third or fourth-year team. You can tell they're new, but you can tell that they're getting better, and there's only one way to go, and that's up.
Well, I think with anything that's new, you got to figure it out,
Sure.
learn how to do it, learn what your position is, and then work on your skill set.
Start from the basics and then learn the rest as you go.
Yeah.
Sure, and just developing the team.
Sure.
I mean, you know, obviously playing with each other.
Well, we congratulate you, Coach, on getting, and you for grabbing all those
Good job,
players.
Jacob.
That was awesome, and wish you all the very best. I know that Atascocita is going to be competitive in the years to come. So
Absolutely, thank you.
And I do want to come see a game. I just want to
Absolutely.
see how it's played. So I wish you all good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you very
being
much.
with us. And stay with us. We've got more to share.